Going on, guys? So the original plan today was to get home from work before dark, try to beat the rain to see if this old Remington would fire up and run like it should, but it didn't work out. Got home, it's already trying to rain, it was already starting to get dark, so that's not going to happen. But oh, that might be tomorrow. I did have enough time to run out and pick this up. That is a 2013 Poulan Pro 42cc. Its model is PP4218A. Picked it up on Marketplace. Saw it on there. And you can see the bar. It kind of like points to the left a little bit. But so, seen it on there. Guy had it. It wasn't very far from me at all. So I figured, why not? It was cheap, and what actually really sold me on it was, well, it was cheap, but it actually came with a case. Came with a case. Came with some 2-cycle. Has its original multi-use tool. A couple chains. So, for what I paid for it, you couldn't beat it. It was a really, really good deal. The guy just didn't need it anymore. He, when it came time to need a chainsaw, instead of going out and buying a bar, he just went ahead and just bought a new steel. But he did say it's been at least a year, maybe a little longer, since this one's been started. Of course, you can see if you can see it there. No, probably not. The chain is definitely shot. Well, besides the bar, but it's all, if you guys can see, it's all covered in rust. So the chain shot, the bar, I was thinking you might be able to straighten it out, but you probably end up with a kink in it up here where it's bent. So we'll just put another bar on it. No big deal. I have one, but I think it'll fit, but I'm not sure. But we'll find out. I haven't messed with it all. I just know it turns over and still has fuel and oil in it. You can kind of see where it's been sitting. It's oxidized a little bit. It's been kept inside, which is a good thing. And so yeah, we'll check it out. See what we can figure out. Get some stuff together here, and I'll get the cover off, and we'll check the bar and stuff out and see what we got. Oh, there we go. Got the bar off, chain off. You can see how bad it was actually bent. There was no saving the bar. I mean, I wouldn't have tried anyway, because it always leaves a bad spot in them when they're bent. But this one, it actually cracked it straight across. Excuse me. So it was obviously trash. So the bar is no good. The chain, same way. It's all rusted from setting for so long, and then wherever that was out right there, yeah, chains all kinked, bent up. That part's trash, but I did find a bar to fit it. So it's going from a 18-inch bar to a 20-inch bar. Found a chain for it, and chains definitely needs a good sharpen. I mean, there's a little bit of an edge there, but definitely, the file definitely needs to hit a few of them teeth. So next thing is I'm gonna pop the top and check out the air filter real quick, and see what we got going on there. Air filter, fuel lines, primer. I haven't tried pushing it yet. I mean, it's there, but so. I haven't gave it a look over yet, so I don't know if it's cracked or not, but hopefully not. I think this probably takes the kind that I actually already bought. These are the Poulans I was working on, so even if it does need one, we have that taken care of. Yeah. Filter looks, look at that. Dang, that thing's still alive, man. Freaking stink bug, nasty ass. Let's see what we got. If you guys can see in there or not, man, that thing is shining like it's brand new down in there. Hopefully that's a good sign. And I hope. Carb looks pretty clean. Of course, you know, it doesn't really mean much. There we go. Same way, filter's still in good shape. He did say he didn't use it a whole lot. So he bought it new, used it a little bit, and you can see plenty of light through it. So the filter's still good. The choke's working. That's all a plus. Cool bet. Fuel lines look like they're intact. Get that up there out of the way. So, yeah, running down to the tank, they're all there. There it is. Well, seems like it's working. Yep. Primer's still good, so that's a plus. So the plan now, oh, the clutch mechanism works too. I had to cover off. I spun it around and hit it, and it locked right up like it should. So that's good. So now what we have to do is back this thing up. Didn't realize it was that close. I ain't gonna mess with the plug. It's nice to see everything in there. Nothing's broke. I know up around the. I did look around up in here on the front of the saw where that was bent over. Looks like there's a little bit of chippage in the yellow plastic, but up around all the black and all that, everything's perfectly fine. He said it still ran. What happened was there's no real interesting story behind it. I was hoping there was, but said it was just not paying attention and dropped the saw. So it hit the ground, bar first, bent the bar, and the saw was still running. So that's, you know, is what it is there. Wasn't no cool story behind it, like it fell out of a tree and wasn't bouncing or something. But that's it. We'll take it out, and tomorrow, I don't think it's supposed to rain. So as long as I can get home, I should be able to get home tomorrow before dark. Take this one and the big one out there, and we'll see if we can get them to fire up. And I'll throw all this back together, and then we'll see. So, you know, as I was saying, for what I paid for it, it was definitely well worth it. It was only $25, and it's worth way more than that in parts. But you know, it's you gotta take their word for it. You know, when you're buying them, all I know is it turns over, and so we'll see, man. We'll get it out there tomorrow and try to fire it up, and I shall see you then. Alright, here we go. I'm going to see if this old Poulan will start. I got the bar on it, 20 inch. I have an 18, so that chain doesn't feel, it's got an edge, but this doesn't feel like it's riding right. But we're going to try it. It is freezing out here, man. It's like 20 degrees out. But we'll give it a shot. Pumping. Let's see, there it goes. Hopefully, she'll start. We're on, there's a choke. Need to give it a clamp to hold it still. Alright, let's see. take two. Too tired for this. Alright. Get her on the ground. Get it the proper way. Well, she's trying. At least it ran, I reckon. Try to get her a little choke. Guess it's from setting. It's puking on its face when you go wide open with it, but chain bars, oil is working. The chain definitely needs adjusted some more. The chain's probably just stretched out of shape, so I don't want to cut anything with it until then. So until we get it adjusted out some more, and it's definitely flinging oil. But she seems to be working. It's just saying 25 bucks. So it's not bad. Whew, it's cold. But let's see. We'll have to get the Pac-Man tool out and play with the carburetor some, see if we can straighten it out. And adjust the chain, and we'll see if we can get it to cut something. Come on. So it definitely needs a carb adjustment. I went and got the adjustment tool. It's not the right one. I don't have one like that. It's a lot smaller and different shape. So out of luck there. But it does run. It's a plus, I guess. I mean, 25 bucks. I did look on Lowe's last night, and it was calls for an 18-inch bar. I know it's making an oil mess on that chain. That chain oil is working, but man, it's coming up over that cover. Lowe's, it was, I think it was like 19 bucks, 18, 19 bucks for a 18-inch bar, and it didn't come with a chain. So I didn't look to see how much a chain was. So a lot of chains on there in the past I've looked at, usually running around close to 20 bucks, depending on the length and the brand. So maybe 40 bucks, I guess, if you want to throw another 18-inch bar and chain on it. You could probably do some shopping around on Amazon, eBay, places like that, and get it a lot cheaper, but would be my guess. But I'll go with the 20-inch. Still got just the chain. Tweak the carb. I think once you get the carb adjusted, it'll be alright. When you get it to rev up, it acts like it has plenty of power. It's just that high end. It's just losing it once it gets up high. You know, the heart, once the RPMs get up there, it's losing it. So either needs a gasket kit or adjustment. My guess is I'm leaning towards an adjustment from setting. Maybe just needs tweaked a little bit. But I don't have the tool to do it. I'll have to pick that up somewhere, and so that'll be a whole different video somewhere down the line. So that'll wrap it up for this one. So it wasn't bad, I guess. I mean, it's a 2000, I guess it's a 2013. I believe it was what it was. Yeah, 2013 Poulan Pro 42cc. Model's PP4218A. Nice saying. Couldn't beat it, man. 25 bucks. Had the saw. Saw's clean. It's been garage kept. Had the case. Had the tool that came with it. So, you know, remove your bar, adjust the tension on the chain. Two spare chains. Came with a bottle of 2-cycle. So, you know, get on Marketplace and around here, you're looking at $25, $30 just for a case by itself. So, even if I had to drop a little in it, I mean, I got 2 spare chains that came with it, so I really got to buy as a new bar. So, that's not bad. It's in pretty good shape, so I'm not complaining, not by any means. So, I'll wrap it up with that. So, it's kind of a win, I guess. Not a bad saw. It was pretty clean, so that bar oil just went everywhere. But get this one straightened out, and it'll be another one going to somebody sometime this spring. So I'm up to about 10 of them, I think. So I'll wrap it up with that, guys. Thanks for watching. Really got a very interesting video, but 25 bucks, man. Can't beat it. So you probably have it running right, and with the saw and everything involved, you're probably looking at less than, I don't know, $50, $55, I guess, and you have a good saw. So we'll leave it with that. Thanks for watching. Thanks to a couple new subscribers we got. You guys have a good evening.